Hi, I'm Pat Combs with Travel Chapel, and I want to talk to you about, are you using your platform? Let me start with a question. Do you think of yourself as a leader? Now, some of you might say, yeah, I'm a leader. Others might say, not really. I'm not the best player, or I'm not the team captain. But here's the truth. People are watching you. You are leading. And whether you realize it or not, people are watching you, like your teammates, kids younger at school, people in your class, even your coaches. So the real question isn't, am I a leader? The real question is, what kind of leader am I? You already have a platform. When we hear the word platform, we think of social media, famous athletes, big crowds. But your platform is much simpler than that. Your platform is really wherever you are. It could be the dugout, the locker room, the classroom, the bus ride, or practice. Everywhere you go, you're sending a message with your life. So I want you to hear what the Bible says about your influence. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Now notice this, it doesn't say if you have a light, it says you have one. The question is, are you letting it shine, or are you covering it up? Check out 1 Timothy 4:12. It says, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." This is huge for you guys. You might think, I'm just in middle school, I'm just a freshman, or I'm not one of the older guys. But listen to what God says. God says your age does not limit your impact. You can lead by what you say, by how you act, by how you treat people. Now listen to Colossians 4:5-6. It says, "Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Let your conversation be always full of grace." This is about how you represent yourself around people who may not share your beliefs. The way you act matters. The way you talk matters. People will often decide what they think about God based on what they see in you. Let's bring it into baseball. Leadership isn't just being the best player, hitting the most home runs, being the loudest voice. Real leadership is about influence. Now here's what that looks like. It comes out in your effort. Do you hustle every play? Do you give your best at practice? People notice. Number 2, your attitude. How do you respond when things go wrong? Do you complain? Do you blame? Do you shut down? Or do you stay steady? Or number 3, how you treat others. Do you encourage teammates? Do you include the quieter guys? Do you respect your coaches? The best leaders make others better. What about your leadership at school? And that platform doesn't stop at the field, right? Think about in school. People know you're an athlete. People are watching how you act. And so here's what I want you to ask yourself. How do I talk to people? Do I join in on gossip, or do I shut it down? Do I treat people with respect, even when it's not popular? Sometimes the strongest leadership is quiet, but it's a choice. It's a choice not to laugh at something you shouldn't, not to say something you shouldn't, but to stand for what's right. Now picture this, a younger player's watching you. They see how you react after striking out, how you treat the umpire, how you talk in the dugout, and without realizing it, they start copying you. Now ask yourself this, if someone copied everything I did, would that be a good thing? That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's your platform. So there are 2 types of influence. Every player falls into one of these 2 categories. 1, positive influence. You encourage others, you build the team up, you bring energy and focus and juice. Or negative influence. You complain, you distract, you bring down your teammates. There is no neutral. You're always influencing. The question is, which direction? So why does this matter? Well, God has placed you on your team, in your school, around specific people on purpose. Not just to play baseball, but to represent Him. And sometimes the way you live speaks a lot louder than anything you have to say. Have you ever heard your actions speak louder than words? Yep. Well, I remember when I was pitching at Baylor University in 1987 and 88. My pitching coach, Sid Hudson, challenged me one day during a bullpen session. I was having a bad day. I was cursing myself, just acting out in anger. Things got progressively worse. Sid calmly walked over to me and with a stern but steady voice said, "Son, you've been blessed with a golden left arm. That's a gift from God. But unless you figure out how to control that anger, that left arm will become a wasted gift." Man, in that moment, Sid's words hit me like a 1,000-pound brick. That day after my bullpen, I promised to work hard on controlling my anger learning to handle failure better, and representing my family in my uniform with respect. Man, am I thankful for that critical feedback I received that day from my pitching coach. He was my truth teller. And let me tell you, I need truth tellers in my life. So here's a practical challenge. I want you to do this week. Number one, pick one area that you want to lead. Pick one: effort, attitude, encouragement. Give 100% effort in everything you do, not just on the field, but in the classroom. Bring your best attitude everywhere you go. Bring the energy. Be an encourager this week. Find someone sitting alone and engage with them. Ask your parents if they need something from you this week. I know, mind-blowing, right? And go thank your coach. Number two, I want you to be intentional. Think about this. Encourage a teammate every day. Lift up a teammate who's struggling. Talk with that first-year student. Let them know you care about them. Pick out one teammate you haven't spoken with this week. Ask them how they're doing. A few words can change someone's day big time. Number three, I want you to pause before you speak. Ask yourself this question: does this reflect who I say I am? Number four, remember who you represent before games or school and remind yourself, I represent Christ in how I act today. So I want to close with this. You don't need a huge following, a starting position, or a title to make an impact. You already have a platform. The question is, what are you doing with it? So let your light shine. Lead by example. Use your platform to make a difference on your team, at your school, and in the lives of others.